Greetings, Spooky fans! Michael here, and I'm pretty scruffy and kinda groggy in this video because one of the downsides to moving to California is that if I want to watch the new Pokemon trailer the second it comes out, I have to get up before 6 a.m. Earlier this week, we got the fourth big Sword and Shield trailer, and in my opinion, it is the most hype one yet. So in this video, I'm going to be doing what I've done for the previous 3 big trailers and doing an in-depth analysis of all of the new information that we got, including some information from the official site and the Japanese trailer that you might have missed. Then at the end of the video, I will again cover the leak that continues to be proven right and discuss some of the aspects of it that are further confirmed. So don't forget to leave a like on the video and let's dive into analyzing the trailer, progressing in order of how things appeared in the English language trailer. The first several seconds of the trailer didn't show anything new, but then suddenly, boom! Galarian forms! Yeah! I've talked about this many times, but I love the concept of regional variants. I think it's a really creative and interesting way to show some older Pokemon some extra love. And I have wanted them to be a thing outside of Alola because it opens up the doors for all sorts of Pokemon to get this special treatment in basically any region going forward, like Sinnoh form Pokemon in the Sinnoh remakes. So, because of that, I am thrilled that Galarian forms are a thing. The first Galarian form was Galarian Weezing, also known as Doug Dimmadome, the owner of the Dimsdale Dimmadome. I love this thing. It is the poison gas Pokemon, same as regular Weezing, and is poison fairy type. It is 9 foot 10 inches tall, 35.3 pounds, and has either levitate or an unrevealed second ability, likely a brand new one. Galarian Weezing absorbs polluted air and toxic gases for food, and in the process of consuming that, it purifies the air, ejecting the purified air out of the tops of its top hat smokestacks. However, apparently the toxins it took out of the air still end up leaking from its body, resulting in super concentrated poison gas clouds that hover around it and stick to its face. It uses these extremely poisonous gases in combat. Like I said, I love this thing. Now, normally I'm not a huge fan of Pokemon that have too human-like of features, for example, facial hair or hats. But I'm giving Galarian Weezing a pass here for 3 reasons. 1, the top hats and facial hair are explained by a process that is actually pretty creative. 2, it was the first Galarian form revealed, so therefore made a really good first impression. And 3, it looks gleefully hilarious. 3 last things I want to say about Galarian Weezing before I move on. The first is that it has the potential to be really good since poison fairy typing is quite solid. It's 2 pretty impressive offensive types, plus it only has 2 weaknesses, Psychic and Steel, since Ground is cancelled out by Levitate. Speaking of Levitate, I wonder what Galarian Weezing's second ability will be. It's probably a brand new ability, since if it was an old one, they would have just told us, but it would have to be really good for anyone to pick it over Levitate. The second thing also has to do with this Levitate or something else situation, because that situation has implications for coughing. It means that coughing will have to undergo some kind of change. As of now, coughing's only possible ability is Levitate. So if nothing else changes, that means that half of all coughing, when they evolve, will lose Levitate, and half of it will keep it. There is no way to know when you get a coughing what ability it will end up having upon evolution. For every other Pokemon out there, when you get a base form Pokemon, you can know what ability all of its evolved forms will have based on what ability the base form has. Whether it changes or stays the same, you can know from the base form. But if coughing has just Levitate, and Galarian Weezing has Levitate and this other ability, that would mean that your coughing has a 50% chance to keep Levitate and a 50% chance to get something else. You can't know, and that would be unfair and really sucky. So because of that, that means that coughing must undergo some kind of change to make it so that it has 2 abilities, Levitate and something else. Coughing could get a Galarian form to match Weezing's, but it could simply just get a second ability. That second ability could be some random one we already have, or it could be the same as the new ability that will eventually be revealed for Galarian Weezing. And the third and final thing I wanted to mention about Galarian Weezing, I totally called it. Sort of. In my video from a few months ago about what Galar forms I wanted to see in Sword and Shield, Weezing was on my list. Now, the Galar form Weezing that I designed is a pure flying type that got that way due to consuming only clean air. So, while the official one cleans the air, and mine was cleaned by the air, it still has to do with clean air, so I still get points. We interrupt this video to bring you a special news bulletin. It's back to school season, so to celebrate that and the upcoming release of Sword and Shield, which I'm very excited for, I am selling a brand new t-shirt design, the Galar Battle Department shirt. Since the gym challenge in Galar is so heavily based on athletics, I thought it would be cool to design a shirt that is based on current day athletics shirts, just with a Pokemon theme instead. I thought it turned out fantastically. And there's not just shirts. Several other products are available as well for all your back to school needs. These designs will only be available for a limited time, but it's in your best interest to get them immediately because this weekend, August 10th, 11th, and 12th, you can get 10% off the entire MandJTV merch store, including older designs like my lovely logo shirt right here, if you use code COOL4CLASS at checkout. So, while you have a bit of time to get the Galar Battle Department stuff, it's best if you get it immediately because you'll save money. If you're interested, you can find it by clicking the products shown below the video, the link in the cards, or the link in the description of the video. Get it fast before they and the discount code are gone. Thank you for sitting through that promo. Now back to the video. Next, we got Galarian Zigzagoon, which is a huge deal. It means that these regional variants won't just be limited to Kanto Pokemon. It opens up a whole world of possibilities, which is extremely exciting. Galarian Zigzagoon is a dark normal type and is the tiny raccoon Pokemon like normal Zigzagoon. It is 1 foot 4 inches tall, 38.6 pounds, and has either Pickup or Gluttony as its ability. They are freewheeling Pokemon that move about however they like, appearing in all sorts of environments. Some have even speculated that regular Zigzagoon's movements stem from the restless nature of Galarian Zigzagoon, which, get this, is considered to be the oldest branch of the species. I think it's super interesting that a regional variant is considered to be the original one, but I guess it's the one with the Galarian in front of its name since it's only in one region, whereas the other Zigzagoon is all over the place, so they can't just give it one name. Galarian Zigzagoon enjoys provoking people and Pokemon, trying to goad them into a battle. However, many people usually just see this as it wanting to play, which frustrates Galarian Zigzagoon. Its appearance clearly indicates that it is at least partially based on the band Kiss, since Galarian Zigzagoon's fur resembles their face paint, and both seem to enjoy sticking their tongues out. I love Galarian Zigzagoon. Now, while I don't foresee myself using it since Dark Normal is a really bad typing and it's an early game normal type originally, so stats probably are not gonna be great, I still think it's awesome and I just love what it represents. It's a Hoenn form regional variant. That's awesome, I need more. Unsurprisingly, Galarian Zigzagoon evolves into Galarian Linoone. Like Galarian Zigzagoon, it is a dark normal type and has the same classification as its normal form. In this case, the rushing Pokemon. It is 1 foot 8 inches tall, because there is no way it's under 2 feet long. Weighs 71.7 pounds and has either Pickup or Gluttony as its ability. Galarian Linoone can charge at speeds of over 60 miles per hour that are strong enough to knock a car away. Regular Linoone can go similarly fast, but it's not confirmed that it's that strong. However, Galarian Linoone can be thrown off balance if they miss their attack, whereas regular Linoone just has to stop. Galarian Linoone are rash and fearless, picking fights with basically anyone, even those much stronger than them. This fearlessness makes it, and I quote, popular among the disaffected youths of the Galar region who have nowhere to direct their frustration and anger. Jeez, alright Pokemon, getting a little heavy with the teenage angst here. What is this, the Galar Breakfast Club? Like Zigzagoon, I love Galarian Linoone. I think it's a really cool looking Pokemon, but like I said, I probably am not gonna use it because, wait, is it? Is it evolving? What? When I watched this live the first time, there were some incredibly excited expletives that I shouted out because, oh my god, this regional variant of Linoone gets a new evolution, and it won't be the only one. Here's a quote from the official site. Living in the unique environment of the Galar region, some regional forms have developed unique evolutions unseen in any other region. Obstagoon, which evolves from Galarian Linoone, is one example. This means that not only are we getting new regional variants of Pokemon, but we are also getting new permanent evolutions. These are the two things that I wanted the most, and both are happening. Now, it does look like only new regional variant forms will get new evolutions, but that's fine with me. That's super dope. Now let's talk about Obstagoon specifically. It is a dark normal type and is the blocking Pokemon. It is 5 foot 3 inches, 101.4 pounds, and has either Reckless or Guts as its ability. Like its pre-evolutions, it's clearly based on Kiss, along with Rockstars in general, since its gray fur resembles Rockstar clothing to a degree. Galarian Linoone's evolution into Obstagoon was spurred on by a harsh environment. There is far more competition between members of the species in this region than others, likely due to their increased recklessness and fight picking. This honed their survival instincts, resulting in their evolution into Obstagoon. Obstagoon prefers to goad others into attacking it first via taunting them, rather than attacking first itself. Then, it is able to counterattack using a new move called Obstruct. We don't have many details on how Obstruct works yet, but my theory is that it's gonna be like a Dark-type shell trap, where it activates at the beginning of the turn, then if Obstagoon gets hit, it hits back with a lot of power. I love Obstagoon. It represents the two things that I so desperately wanted in Sword and Shield: new evolutions and regional variants. So, while it's not gonna be one of my new all-time favorite Pokemon, it's basically the mascot for what's probably gonna be my favorite aspect of Sword and Shield as a whole. And the final new species or form revealed in this trailer is the new Pikachu clone, Morpeko. Oh, excuse me, waiter. Yes, I need more pico de gallo on my taco. In all seriousness, it's probably actually pronounced Morpeko, since Peko comes from the Japanese word harapeko, which means hungry. My pronunciation is probably terrible and was also from Google Translate, so my bad if that's wrong, but I'm pretty sure the Pokemon is Morpeko. Morpeko is an electric dark type and known as the two-sided Pokemon. It is 1 foot tall, weighs 6.6 pounds, and has the new ability, Hunger Switch. This new ability causes Morpeko's form to change every turn between its full belly form and its hangry form. So far, it seems the only difference between these two forms is Morpeko's appearance and the type of its signature move, Aura Wheel. In its full belly form, it is electric type, and in hangry form, it is dark type. This change is brought about due to Morpeko always being hungry, basically no matter what. That is because the electricity its cheeks generate requires energy, and it requires so much that it basically constantly has to eat. As a result, it's always carrying around berry seeds in its little pockets. As you might expect, in its hangry form, it is much more aggressive and volatile. I like Morpeko. I think it's cute and I love that they called it the hangry form. However, I don't think its gimmick will be anything more than entertaining since it doesn't seem very viable in battle. So I think Morpeko's just gonna end up being an amusing Pikachu clone and nothing more. That was the last new Pokemon or form revealed in the trailer, but we got some new information, including getting to meet two new rivals. The first of which is Bede. Or Beady, I don't know. We didn't learn much about him, just that he has a Duosion, is taking on the gym challenge, and got his endorsement from Chairman Rose. He wants to be champion, however, he also seems to have other objectives. But the most important thing about Bede is that he is, wait for it, a douche canoe! It's been a really long time, but it seems like finally, based on Bede's facial expression and supposed ulterior motives, that we are finally getting the jerk rival that the Pokemon fandom has wanted for so long. We then get to meet Marnie, another rival also taking on the gym challenge. She has a Morpeko, and due to her sense of style and calm, calculated battle strategies, she has developed quite the fan base. And that fan base is the evil team for Galar, Team Yell. They are super fans of Marnie, so much so that they regularly try to interfere with the gym challenges of other trainers to help her win. They'll take over hotel lobbies, block transportation for other challengers, and heckle during battles. They will also appear in the background for any battles against Marnie, who doesn't seem to like them very much due to their obnoxiousness. Thankfully, she seems to be good at getting them to calm down. Team Yell's face paint seems to resemble the X that appears in front of Obstagoon when it uses Obstruct, which makes sense since they are only seen using the Galarian forms of that evolutionary line. They also could have been inspired by Archie too. Team Yell doesn't seem very threatening, much like Team Skull, except less threatening since I think Team Skull actually stole Pokemon from people and Team Yell doesn't look like they're gonna do that. So they're not gonna be scary, annoying villains. However, I'm okay with that, because as I mentioned before, I think there's a pretty good chance that Chairman Rose and Oleana, and potentially Bede as well, are the truly formidable villains of this story. And the final thing shown in these trailers, which was not actually in the English trailer, only in the Japanese trailer, was Poke Jobs. Don't worry, you don't have to submit any resumes or work 8 to 5, you just send Pokemon to do contract labor basically. It seems you have access to an online job posting board where companies, universities, and other organizations will request to borrow Pokemon to help with certain tasks, such as construction, cooking, security, and many more. The jobs often specify what kind of Pokemon are most wanted, such as a construction job wanting Pokemon with big muscles. In exchange for sending Pokemon off to jobs, the Pokemon will gain experience and potentially rare items. The more Pokemon you send, the longer you send them, and the better suited they are to the job, the more experience and rewards you'll get. Like in this screenshot, Grookey got extra experience for helping on the farm, likely because the job requested Grass-type Pokemon. You access the PokeJob portal to send the Pokemon directly from your PC boxes, both of which are accessible at Rotomi, the new replacement for the traditional PC. It's another Rotom-possessed device, and apparently not only handles PokeJobs and Pokemon storage, but also has other features like the Loto ID as well. I really like the idea of PokeJobs. I think it's a fun, creative sort of replacement for Pokepelago. Plus, it'll be kind of interesting to see another side of the Pokemon world that usually isn't presented in the main games, the capitalist side. That covers everything shown in these new trailers, so let's go over the leak that I've discussed in videos before and compare that to the new information. Team Yell, Marnie, Bede, and his endorsement from Chairman Rose were the main things confirmed in this newest trailer. However, the concept of regional evolutions was also confirmed. Many people, including myself, originally interpreted that to mean that there were going to be some Pokemon that would get new evolutions that could only happen in Galar. However, what it actually meant is that Pokemon are getting regional variants, and some of those regional variants get new evolutions that only evolve from the regional variants, the situation with Obstagoon. This means that we're not getting a new evolution of Farfetch'd. We are getting a new regional variant of Farfetch'd that will then get a new evolution. That is fine with me and arguably better. What's weird though, and has been for a while, is the situation with Meowth. In the leak it says that it gets a Gigantamax form, that is a long cat, but it also says that it gets a regional evolution where it looks like a ball of spiky gray fur. Those seem to conflict, but there's 3 scenarios that I could see happening in regards to Meowth. The first is that Meowth gets a regional variant, and this Galarian Meowth can be found with the Gigantamax capability. The second is that you can get regular Meowth via max raid battles, and regular Meowth has a Gigantamax form, but the Galarian Meowth does not. And the third scenario is that the leaker just made a mistake. That's definitely within the realm of possibility, since later in the leak he says that Scorbunny is a pure fighter, which doesn't make sense, and I'm pretty sure they meant to say pure fire, so the fact that they could say something that isn't 100% accurate is definitely possible. Meowth's situation is still strange though. They don't mention Persian at all, and I think it would be really weird if Meowth got a Galar form what it just got in Alola form, I don't know. We'll have to wait and see with this. But the leak is just crazy. There is more of it that has been confirmed than not. In fact, I can list off all the things that haven't been confirmed yet, and it's not a super long list. Eternatus, Gigantamax, Lapras, Meowth, and Pikachu, Farfetch'd and Meowth's regional variants and evolutions, Squovet and Greedent, Kabu the Fire-type gym leader, Opal the Fairy-type gym leader, the gym tasks, the starter evolutions, and the blue seagull Pokemon. All of which are things I am excited to see, especially the regional variants and new evolutions. So that wraps it up for this trailer analysis. Thank you so much for watching, and don't forget to pick up some Galar Battle Department merch before it's gone and before the discount code for this weekend is gone. Gotta get it now, or else you won't get that 10% off. You can click right over here to do so. All right, that's all I have for now. So till next time, big fans, gotta catch them all.